Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Video today from Financial Coffee Channel. This futures looks very grim. Companies don't want to hire them. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's do that. Ciao. It's Chow Time.
Should not be this hard to get a job. And then my finances, Jesus Christ, I've never had issues with finances before. Now I literally cannot afford to live. I had to lose all my savings having to be out of work. So there's nothing. I'm in a lot of debt. And then the stress about finding a job, the stress about finances is affecting my health horribly.
Welcome to adulthood.
I have been applying for jobs for 6 months now, and I can't seem to land one job. I don't know, but I'm getting so mad because I'm broke and I can't do much for myself, let alone my daughter. I'm sick and tired of this.
It drives me nuts. Why does it take 10 years to apply to one singular job? One singular job.
10 years.
It's a full-time job just applying to jobs to find another job.
But I am exhausted. I am exhausted with going on 2-round interviews at places. I am exhausted with trying to convince people that I can do whatever job they put in front of me. I am exhausted. I don't have to be passionate about, whatever role that I'm going towards, or even 100% passionate about. I've applied for a lot of consumer focus, or I guess customer service focused jobs, but maybe a little bit higher.
And it's just so frustrating because I literally just want an internship or a part-time job within HR. Every company needs HR.
Within HR. So the easiest set of jobs to be able to judge everybody around you. Got you.
Do they not? And it's just so frustrating. I'm just not understanding what's going on. I've had my resume audited. We need jobs to survive. And I didn't think an internship was hard to come by. A remote paid internship was hard to come by, but apparently it is.
But boy, oh boy, oh boy, let me tell you something. So I work on a farm with Mexican migrants. I was roasting in the sun all day, every day. But I didn't care. Maybe that's why my skin is so dark and glowing. After that, I clean toilets for a living. I wash dishes at several restaurants in Southern California.
Yo.
Dude, guys, my first job was a warehouse job. I didn't want to work with my dad at the donut shop. And he finally let me give me a job outside. So I just went to a warehouse with my best friend at the time. And we just worked warehouse jobs. We were unloading trucks every single day for months on end for just getting myself in there. Did I think it was beneath me? No, not really. It was just a job. I was 18 years old. I didn't know what to do. Fucking just get any job I could.
I know the job market is rough, but I don't think it's this rough. This position operates on a 980 schedule. You work 8 9-hour days and 1 8-hour, resulting in 1 day off every other week. And y'all know they ain't supposed to pay.
I got a video sent to me. I got 2. And it's crazy because I'm in the same boat. How younger people in our generations can't get a job.
No, you can't get a job that you think you qualify for or it's worth your time. There's plenty of jobs to get. You're just not willing to settle.
They're making it so difficult for us to get a job. You want me to have a degree to make $17 an hour? And some people at McDonald's be making that. No shame on McDonald's and stuff, employees, because go you, to each their own. But I've applied to 100+ jobs.
Bullshit.
I had 1 interview. And I didn't get it.
Thousands of applications I've submitted
with the attitude you're giving off, I can see why you didn't.
within a 2-year time span and only getting one job offer for $300 a week. As someone with 2 college degrees,
how am I supposed to get a job when all of these jobs want previous experience? But how am I supposed to get?
I can tell you guys now, I don't have a college degree. I went to college. I did not complete because some things came up where I was a dropout. And I still made pretty good money, even though I didn't have a college degree. I worked 2 jobs, though, but I still made pretty good money.
Experience if none of these jobs will hire me unless I have the flipping experience. Where do you want me to get the experience from if you're not going to hire me unless I already have the experience? How am I supposed to get the experience? Tell me now, please.
I do agree
I'm
with
meant to
that.
pull it at me out. Where am I meant to get it from? Tell me.
she's not interviewing for jobs with all those nose rings. These women are claiming not to be able to find a job, but they all want a cushy office job with the AC on in the summer and the heating on in the winter. Obviously, they are not desperate to get a job. That's for sure, people. They don't look like they skip a few meals either. Once upon a time, I used to skip several meals, which is why there is
I already tell you guys, I only eat one meal a day, so I'm already used to it.
nothing wrong with being desperate. It could actually be a good thing to be desperate. That can light a fire under you. There was a time in my life where I was very desperate to get any kind of job I could get. I worked on a farm with Mexican migrants. I washed dishes at several restaurants in Southern California, and I even cleaned toilets. I will tell you those stories after the next clip. But when you have bills to pay, you take whatever job is available to you. You don't get picky about jobs.
I pretty much lost my job because they, even though it was work from home, decided to not allow remote, and like medically I crashed, I couldn't go back there. So that happened, lost my job pretty much through that, and have been struggling to get a job since. And then trying to find a job on top of that and applying all day long, every day. I'm about to start crying. I've applied to like over like 700 jobs at this point. Like I am tanking and going.
Where are they getting these numbers from? 100 jobs, 1,000 jobs, 700 jobs. Really? Really?
Downhill. Oh God, and to make it even worse, I'm about to turn 26, which means I'm not gonna have insurance anymore. Oh my God. And then all of this, like, is just making me go further downhill, and I don't know what to do. I'm applying to 600 plus jobs a day. Okay, not
600 plus jobs a day. Stop the bullshit.
day, but like 600, 700 jobs total, 7-8 months. The past 2 months, I've been hitting it hard all day, every day. Like, it is so stressful. I don't know what's going on.
And yet you have time to make TikToks.
I can't afford to live. Nobody can afford to live. Like, please tell me that somebody out there knows this experience.
I've been in the job search since May 2023. Currently working a part-time job as a property manager and just started an apprenticeship yesterday. I turn 26 next month. I don't have my life together at all. And I don't think a human was meant to take this much rejection in such a short amount of time. Sorry, I'm about to start crying. Like, there needs to be a study with humans that are in the job market right now going through this much rejection.
Why don't we ever care about men? The amount of rejection that they ever get in their lives. It's not just jobs, it's women and everything else in their lives that rejects them.
In this process, my confidence has depleted, and I've found it very hard to even get on LinkedIn and apply to jobs, but today I applied to a lot.
I'm being so humbled by looking for service jobs in the 2024 job market. I'm currently having trouble finding work in the major I studied in college, so I've been applying to a ton of service jobs. I feel like no matter what the job is, they all want you to have a bachelor's degree, 1 to 3 years experience, and the pay is like $20 to $22 an hour. I also just got rejected from Whole Foods too, which is rough. I have experience working at a grocery store and my availability was pretty open, so maybe I somehow just scream red flags.
Why is finding a job the most difficult thing in the world? It's harder than school. It's harder than anything I've ever done. I just graduated college, can't find a job anywhere. Everyone says that
you have a stupid degree. That's why you can't find a job anywhere.
I need experience, but how do I get experience if nobody hires you without experience, like, or they want to give you the experience? Like, sorry that I don't have enough experience.
That's why most people should be working while they're in college, so you have some work experience.
I was basically getting a degree that you require. Was that not enough still? Is my degree that I studied for 4 years not enough? I'm so confused.
I'm telling the truth, degrees are worthless. Most places, if you just went to go to that job right off the bat in high school and you're able to get that job, you get 4 years of experience, boom, there goes your degree anyways.
Okay, the very first job that I ever had when I came into this country was working on a farm. I was picking strawberries in Carlsbad, a small town in Southern California. I was working with Mexican migrants. They were all looking at me as if I was crazy. That was because I was the only black guy on the entire freaking farm. Guys, now that I think about it, I wonder why they even hired me in the first place. Because they were only hiring Mexicans and you had to speak Spanish. Plus I am 6'3", so I'm pretty tall. So I was towering over everybody. But I didn't care. I only wanted a job to survive, just to pay my bills.
Brother, I think they hired you because you were genuinely caring and you genuinely needed a job and you wanted a job and you were willing to do it. That's where I think they were like, you know what? Get this man a job.
By the way, California produces 90%, 90, of all strawberries in the entire US. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, let me tell you something. Being a farm worker is hard physical labor. I was roasting in the sun all day, every day. Well, maybe that's why my skin is so dark and glowing.
Story time from the girl who
Gorgeous.
cannot find a full-time job. I was very vulnerable. I had been crying because I was so frustrated about this job search. I cannot find a job. I don't know what's going on. And then of course you're gonna get some trolls. You're gonna have people mock you. You're gonna have people make fun of you. You're gonna have people tell you the things that you already know, like never quit your job before having another one. Well, duh. Well, like obviously I know that.
Do you?
And then people are like, well, you're the one that quit, so like who cares? Like there's always gonna be toxic jobs. I'm like, the point of me posting the video was just to express how hard
You were just bitching and moaning, and we're telling you stop bitching and moaning.
it is and how much the job market truly has changed. Because I used to be able to like get a job like that and like
Yeah, but now all companies realize women are useless.
good ones. I started doing different strategies, and honestly guys, I've applied so many places and I've got nothing but either silence or rejections. Like rejections, I got like probably 5 rejection emails today.
Could you please tell me how you got a job? Because obviously I know I can always try harder, but
Yeah, that might fix the problem of everything. Just try harder.
I've gone to a lot of places. I've submitted a lot of resumes online. I have followed up, and I feel like I still, like, nobody is even interested in hiring me. And I feel like a lot of places I go to, like, before I can even try to get a job or try to say anything, they're like, oh, we're not hiring. Like, thank you, bye. Like, I don't know what else to do. Can somebody please tell me how I can get a job? Please, because I'm over it. And I feel like that's why I've lost so much motivation too. It's like, I don't know where to look. I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know what else to do.
I also wash dishes. After that, I clean toilets for a living. The pay was like $1 more per hour than for washing dishes. Now, check this out. I was cleaning toilets so well that the company that I worked for promoted me to be a toilet cleaning manager. My job was to make sure that other people were cleaning toilets the way they were supposed to. The pay was like 75 cents more per hour. Then I worked as a security guard. And finally, I joined the US Navy. The US military really saved my life. It gave me
Tell the truth, I think military can save a lot of men's lives. I think it's a very good choice for men that don't have direction, that can't get good jobs, that want to go to college and can't afford it. It's worth going into the military, in my opinion, just my opinion.
so many opportunities, and that's why it's so hard for me to feel sorry for these women that are struggling. So I work on the farm with Mexican migrants, then I wash dishes, and I clean toilets for a living. I also serve in the US military. After the military, well, that's a story for another day. But guys, my point is, why will I feel sorry for these women? They have one of the most privileged lives in the entire world, but they are always complaining.
I'm struggling to stay sane in this job market. I graduated from college at the end of April, and I'm currently interning in San Francisco, but that job ends in a week and a half. I currently don't have a next job lined up, and I'm genuinely just feeling sort of lost. I definitely tried to be positive, and I think I've been managing the stress well, but I just don't see an end in sight for getting a full-time job, and I'm starting to get a little worried. I've been thinking about this a lot recently because I am going to turn 25 next year. I definitely didn't imagine my mid-20s to look like this or for post-grad to look like this, and I don't know if I need to be more open to different types of jobs or cities, or if this is just a lost cause.
I think I'm finally figuring out what went wrong in terms of why I have not received offers. When I went for business, y'all, I just needed a scapegoat of being depressed. So I chose business because I was fully motivated in like the entrepreneurial spirit. I thought I was going to be able to be a manager of a company or move up higher and higher. I thought that people are going to give me a chin shot.
You know, sometimes I ask myself the following question. All these people that are looking for jobs and are not finding any, how do they pay their bills? How do they survive? Because it takes at least 6 months and sometimes even 1 year to get a job. But in the meantime, how do they survive?
I'm gonna try to make this video again without crying, and I'm gonna be super calm and level-headed. But I think this all honestly spurred because I've been interviewing at this job, and I did 2 interviews with the manager, and then they told me I wouldn't hear back for like a month. How does that make any sense? That is so frustrating within itself. Right now, I'm in my program and I need an internship. I have an internship right now, but it expires in a month, okay? So I have 1 month left at this job, and I love this job so much. If I could stay there my whole life, I totally would, because I love them so much. But unfortunately, that's not the case because the budget's running out. I am looking for a remote paid internship within HR. And when I say within...
Remote paid internship in HR, guys. So she wants to be able to work at home and command people and, you know, do whatever with people because she's HR.
In HR, I mean everything within HR. People operations, people and culture, people analytics, talent management, HR, DEI. There are so many different titles that I can go by. There are so many different roles that I could do. So why is it so hard to find a remote paid internship these days? I was perfectly fine like 2 months ago because I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep applying. I'm just going to keep doing whatever. It's fine. And I've been applying. I'm always applying to jobs. Always. I've never not applied to jobs. Even when I currently have a job, I'm always applying to a new job because you never know the opportunity you're going to get. And I just keep hearing back rejection or not hearing back anything at all. And I'm just not understanding. You would think because I have previous experience that I've done stuff in the past that I would, you know, have an offer coming up or anything. And it's getting super frustrating. I'm just getting very worked up. And I think it's just that time of year that I'm just getting super worked up because I have bills to pay. Like, I'm in grad school, I have debt, and I have bills to pay, and I need an internship, a paid internship, literally for my program.
Why is it so hard to find a paid remote internship? Yeah, no kidding, no shit. She's looking for a paid remote internship in HR, or even a part-time remote job in HR, because she's in grad school. And she said it with a straight face, but she's shocked that she can't find any position available. Guys, the delusion and the entitlement are out of control. She's in grad school, she has bills to pay, and probably huge student loan debt. But she's also driving a car with a sunroof. I don't know what brand her car is, but those types with a sunroof are not cheap at all.
He's right? Like, they said 6 months, a year. Who's supporting you? What money do you have to live for a whole year and not work? See, this is the privilege of women in the Western world. A whole year of no work and still is able to survive and not be homeless. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I catch you guys next time.